All right, so the application that we built is called Bougie Brews. I am Nick Rigoli. On our team, we also have Stephanie and Justin. Um, one sec. So we chose to focus our e-commerce site on microbrews. Over the past few years, craft brewing has exploded in popularity. We thought the recent upward momentum and colorful artistic labels would make for a great product to sell. We put a lot of work into making a streamlined user interface and focused on user experience for those visiting our site. And now I'll pass it on to Stephanie to introduce our site.
Hey, so I'd like to introduce you to our app. So the first page that you land on here is our home page. If you notice, there's a nice little fade in animation there. That was a style choice by the group. And we used React Transition Group to attach animations to the React lifecycle events. So that's what you're seeing here. And then when we navigate to the next page, which is the products page, you can see all of our wonderful products displayed here. And you can select from these products, maybe when the label looks good or beer looks good. And you can go ahead and when you hover over the image of the beer you want, the label artwork shows up. So we can go ahead and click on that and you'll be popped up here to a product detail page where you can see the description, you can see how much it costs, how much alcohol, and then you can choose to add that to your cart. You can select whichever quantity that you want, and that's about it for the products part of our app. And you can see also just this nice little hover effect that we have going on. It kind of draws people to the products, and that's why we place all that there. And I will go ahead and pass it off for the next part of our presentation.
Awesome, thank you, Stephanie. So I'll walk you guys through our filtering process here. We can go ahead and select an IPA category, and we can also select to search by term. So I'll go ahead and put in hazy here, and pops up just all of the hazy IPAs that we have. I'll go ahead and click on this and add some to my cart. Do a drop-down menu, an option once you add to your cart, you can select the quantity to add. So I'll put 6 of these in my cart here. And there's also an option to search the entire product list by term regardless of category. I'll go ahead and search for Old College Classic Miller Lite. I'll add 1 of these to my cart. And then next, we can walk through the login process. So for the login and user creation, we utilize salting and hashing of user passwords and take advantage of the library bcrypt for encryption. We've also included error handling of incorrect username and password, as you can see in this demonstration here. I'll go ahead and enter the correct credentials and log into the site. And then once we log in, I'll pass it over to Justin, who will walk us through the cart.
Thanks, Nick. So now that we're logged in, we're going to hop over to our cart to move towards the final step of transaction. You can see here we've got the list of beers, and we can edit the quantities and also delete beers to remove them from the cart. And that will update our total when we mess with quantities. So now we've got this checkout form here, and while we go through this, I can explain something that happened when we logged out briefly and then logged back in. And that is the transition from a guest cart, when you are a not logged in user, to the persistent cart for a guest when you do decide to log in. This way you can initially shop our site as a guest, and if you decide you want to keep track of your transaction history, you can log in. And it's a bit more involved than it sounds. We had to do something with cookies where we track that. And then once you sign in, we actually stop tracking your cookie and we start tracking you by user ID instead. So now that we've placed our order, we can go through and keep shopping or check our past transactions, which is what we're going to do here. You can see we've got 2 past transactions in our list, and you can toggle them to see the similar view to the cart you saw before, where you've got the beer itself, its cost, and the quantity you purchased. And then for our tech stack, we used React and Redux with Bulma for our front end. And then on the back end, we used PostgreSQL as our database, SQLize for our querying layer, and then Express.js for our routing. Thanks for watching our application and checking it out. If you want to visit it live, it is at partyparrotcpu.herokuapp.com. And if you want to connect with any of us on LinkedIn, you can reach us at the links you see here. Thank you.